Hey, what's up, everyone? Ryan Maynard coming at you on a Thursday night, and welcome to the webinar. All right, I have probably the most extensive, some of the best training that I've honestly, ever provided within a webinar before. Okay, apologize for the lighting. I know it's a little bit dark, but I'm not even really going to be on the camera, anyways. So. I was just letting a couple more people get on the webinar, making sure that everybody can see me. Everything is working okay. I think everything is good to go. All right, we are good. So what I'm going to do at this point is I am going to get into some pretty extensive training, some training that I've actually learned at a recent online marketing event that I went to in San Diego called the Convert Traffic and Conversions Summit. Okay, so this tickets were anywhere from $697 to $2,000 per ticket. There were some of the biggest marketers from literally all over the world that came to this event. So it was a huge event. I learned some things that really shook my world as far as marketing online. And so I'm gonna come out here and do my best to teach you on, how you can really start creating your own brand on the internet. Okay, so I know that if you've ever wondered, how to basically start printing your own money in a certain way, in a sense, you really have to be able to develop your own brand and provide value to the world, and people will pay you good money for that. Okay, so I'm gonna help you figure out what your passion is, maybe what your brand is, and then teach you specifically what I'm doing and what I learned at this event on how to get it out there to the world. That way, people will pay you for your product and service, whatever that is that you have to offer. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the PowerPoint, what I have prepared, and we're going to get started with the training. Okay, let's go ahead and go over there right now. Screen share, desktop, start screen share. And Keynote, let's go ahead and go over to, there we go. All right, so I know I saw a ton of slides, but I'm not using all of them. All right, so let's go ahead and make sure that you can see everything. I think it's good. Usually have, all right, cool. That worked. Oops, let's go back to the desktop screen share. All right, now let's get this going. Let's get the show on the road for everyone that made it out live. All right, so let's go ahead and click play. All right, so welcome to the training tonight. This is going to be how to create, grow, and monetize your passion with your online brand. Okay, I know I kind of switched up the title a little bit, but this is my goal tonight, is to help you figure out exactly what it is that you have deep down that you want to get out into the world and build a business around that using the internet. Okay, so let's go ahead and go on to the next slide. So basically, this is for you if you're tired of getting those hobby-like results in your business and you want to start a real online business, a type of business that people would actually invite you to come speak at one of their live marketing events for what you've created. Okay, basically this is for you if you're not afraid of hard work. If you can follow through on tasks, if you're not afraid to invest some time into your business, and if you're not afraid to invest some money to get real results. Okay, so this is not for you if you want, a quick way to make money online, or that get rich quick, or you want that, that next best system to make money on the internet, it's definitely not for you. If you're not wanting to put in the work, okay, if you have absolutely zero money to invest into your business, and, yes, this is a real online business, and you might want to, leave this webinar right now if this is starting to, if this has to do anything with you, okay? And if you don't like, quote, on being pitched after being given real actionable value for the last hour, then you can, if you can go ahead and leave right now. Although you're not going to be able to buy anything at the end of this webinar, I am going to make an offer for you to be able. There's actually a form on the right side of this video where it says apply. I'll be talking about that very shortly. But for the next hour, I am going to be getting into some very specific, actionable content, stuff that I've never taught before, that's really going to probably change the way you think about business. It's pretty advanced. So yes, I am going to be getting into some very specific, hardcore training here tonight, but I am going to, follow up with some additional, training at the end of this. So let's go ahead and go to the next slide here. So basically, who am I? Who is Ryan James Maynard? For those of you that don't know me, I'm the ex-maintenance boy, the ex-grounds maintenance boy, whatever you want to call it. Before coming on the internet. But pretty much now what I do is I'm a product developer. I've created different info products. My expertise is in YouTube marketing. I'm a blogger, podcaster, and an online business coach. Okay, so my business right now is Tailored Entrepreneur. I'm the founder of the tailoredentrepreneur.com, Tailored Entrepreneur podcast, if you've ever heard it or listened to it. It's fairly new, but it's definitely getting some traction. Things are going really awesome. And if you haven't checked it out yet, if you have not checked out my podcast, just go to tailoredentrepreneur.com and you can check out the latest podcast with Darren Fryer. He is a very young, successful entrepreneur and makes like $30K a month and stuff like that. So that's just a little bit about me. I've been online for the last 2 or so years, just doing a lot of teaching, trainings with, group coaching, individual coaching, stuff like that. Okay, so that's just a little bit about who I am. All right, so this is where we're going to really go ahead and dive into it. And before I dive into this training, I want to bring your attention to the box to the right. If you have any questions, please email me at ryanjamesmaynard91@gmail.com, or you can go ahead and click on the link there where it says connect with me or add me on Facebook, and then you can just send me a direct link through Facebook and just send me a message anytime during this webinar. Okay, so if you're messaging me anything that is not relevant to this webinar training information, or anything that I'm going to be talking about the follow-up training at the end of the webinar, I'm not going to respond to that. But if it has to do with this webinar, or any questions that you have about the training, then I'm definitely going to get back with you on that. So this is where we're going to go ahead and just dive right into the training. Okay. So basically, number one is discovering your true passion and your avatar. Okay. I know on a webinar about a week or so ago, I talked a little bit about your avatar, but I want to talk a little bit more in depth about your passion and who your avatar is. Okay. And an avatar is your ideal client, your ideal listener. If you have a podcast, your ideal person, your ideal audience for your YouTube channel, okay? Your ideal audience if you have a Facebook fan page. So somebody you're speaking to, okay? Somebody that that you're trying to build a culture of, okay? So you want to get pretty very specific about who your avatar is, who you're speaking to, who you're trying to attract. Okay, so basically, unless you are already fulfilling your passion with an offline business and you just want to bring your business online, that's okay. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about the online marketing aspect and bringing your business online very shortly. But if you don't have an offline business and you're not trying to come online, maybe you're somebody watching this and you want to start your own online brand. Okay, maybe you're really wanting to take your business to the next level, but you're really not sure how to do that. Kind of like how I've done. Okay, I've got Tailored Entrepreneur, I've got my podcast, I've got my blog, I've got various trainings and coaching, stuff like that. That way you can actually create your passion about around whatever it is that you truly love. So basically, you have to decide what your brand topic is, okay? So what you really need to do is just stop, pause, and really think about what you're passionate about, okay? Some people don't take that time out of the day to really figure out what it is that they're really passionate about. Like, oh, well, I want to build a business, but they don't really spend that time out, that 20 minutes in complete silence with a pen and a piece of paper, figuring out what it is that they like. It could be fitness, teaching, helping others, sports, food, animals, knitting, like swimming. It could be any of those things, okay? It doesn't matter what it is that you're doing. You just have to figure out what your brand topic is. And I'm going to do a little bit of an exercise to help you figure that out. All right. So like I said, really take some serious time, grab a pen and a piece of paper, and basically draw a line down the center of that piece of paper. Okay. And on the left-hand side of that line, you're going to want to draw passion. Okay. And then on the right-hand side of that piece of paper, you want to write down expertise. All right. So when you start writing down your passions, what you're passionate about, what excites you, okay, your passions, whether like you saw on the previous slide here, it could be fitness, coaching, helping others, sports, food, animals, swimming, whatever that is. Start writing down, what it is that you are passionate about, what excites you. All right. And then you want to write down on the right-hand side what you're good at. What are your expertise? All right. What are things that you're good at? Maybe you're good at speaking. Maybe you're good at writing. Maybe you're good at being social with others, reading into people, making videos, talking, presenting. You want to write down your expertise. Okay. So my passion was teaching. My passion was, helping others, teaching, creating things. I really like being creative and coming up with new ideas and businesses and stuff like that. And being that entrepreneur. And then my expertise, I didn't really know this at first, but it was talking, okay, being social, being, helping others, coaching in a group setting, okay? Like I really like doing webinars like this and spreading the word to large groups of people, like speaking. I would like to speak someday on stage. That would be really awesome. So basically when you start to write these things down, and you might want to do this for the next couple of days, because tonight as you're looking at this, write this down, your passion and expertise, write those down, and then kind of in the center is where they start to intersect as far as what your passion is / what your expertise is. Like I said, mine was teaching others in the entrepreneurial space, a business coach, talking, speaking. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. What I'm doing right now is what I'm passionate about. So once you figure out your avatar, who your ideal person is, their age, how many kids do they have, where they work, how long, basically what type of success audios do they listen to? Get very specific about who that person is. What do they look like? Where do they live? Stuff like that. All right. So know your avatar. Find out what your passion is through that little exercise that I just did. And then once you figure out those two things, you want to wrap it up into your brand. Okay. And the first thing is you obviously want to come up with a name. And one of my most favorite tools to come up with a name is, I like to be creative and sit around and think about it. But a tool that you can use is the thesaurus.com /browse/synonyms. Okay. And you can just type in different words and they'll give you variations of different words, and you can mix and match what would work for you. Or if you don't really care that much, or if something rings or resonates with you, then you can just use that. But you want to make sure you keep it between 2 to 3 words. It doesn't want to be my online business about swimming. Okay. That's too broad. You want something to be 2 words, 3 words. Heck, if you could, something like that. Okay. Mine is Tailored Entrepreneur. Okay. Another company and a podcast and business that I listen to is Entrepreneur on Fire. Okay. There's other businesses, Life on Fire. Okay. So just come up with a name, and then you want to make sure that .com is available. Okay. If you can, above everything, make sure that .com is available. It's not going to totally kill you if you just get the .co, but typically you want to get the .com. So, don't use .info or .biz or anything like that. You want to, like I said, get .com if you can. So, once you have the name, you have the .com, and just come up with a quick logo, design something. You can have this completely outsourced for $5 if you want to. My logo is super simple. I actually didn't outsource it. I just used there was like a pixeler. Okay, there's a tool online called Pixeler, and it's like paint. Okay, and I just designed my own little logo. But you don't have to do that. You can pay $5, go to Fiverr and say, hey, I want my logo to look something like this, and within a couple days they'll give you a logo, for your brand or whatever that is. Okay. And then the last thing that you would want to do is to get a blog or a website. Okay. So, if you're watching this, you may already have a blog or a website. And if you do, you're already ahead of the game. You may have your branding and all that stuff lined up. Okay. So you definitely want to get your blog or website up and running. Most common blog or website that you can get is WordPress. It's totally free. Just go to Google and type in WordPress blog, and you can get that set up for free, and then just connect your .com to it. WordPress walks you through the steps on how to do it. There's tons of YouTube videos on how to do it. That way you can get up and running. Okay. One of the recommendations that I have for you is to use the Optimize Press. Optimize, it's O-P, I ain't gonna try to spell it. Optimize Press blog theme and Optimize Press plugin for WordPress is what I use for all of my marketing. That's the marketing page that you're on right now was created with Optimize Press. And Optimize Press is a really cool blog setup you can use. Maybe you're in a business opportunity like, My Lead System Pro or Empower Network or something like that provides a blog for you. That's really awesome. But you want to make sure that you have 100% control over your blog. So if you were to leave that company, that you would be able to keep that blog, because sometimes there's different companies out there that if something was to happen with the company or you were to leave the company, then you can't take your blog with you. But that's in case you're in a biz op or something like that. So get your own blog, WordPress blog typically. Okay, so now that you have your branding, you have your name, you have your .com, it's basically time to get your message out to the world and start monetizing. Okay, and I'm going to start talking to you about how you can start monetizing once you have your name, your branding, and your blog set up. How you might be asking yourself, okay, well, how do I really make money with this? Okay, this is all cool, but I'm here because I want to learn how to make money. Okay, all right, well, that's awesome. Okay, so basically, and really quickly, just a little side note is the thing that you really need to do is find an authority in your niche and model them. In your niche, however you say that word, and model them. Okay, so if you're passionate about food and you want to create a food blog, which there's tons of food blogs out there, then you're going to want to go find a really popular food blog and literally copy exactly what they're doing. Don't steal or copy and paste their content, because that's, copyright and you're stealing, but copy how their blog layout is. You know what I mean? Copy a little, a variation of their design, how they're doing things. So, the way I have my blog set up, I literally copied and modeled someone else. Okay. Not, like I said, I didn't copy their name. I didn't copy the way their logo looks or anything like that necessarily. But I modeled someone else. Okay. You can even go to a designer and say, hey, make my website look like this. If you have a little bit of money that you can use for your business, then you can go to a website designer. You can go to Odesk, that's Odesk, the letter O and desk.com, and you can post a job, and literally tons of people within a couple hours are going to be responding to your job posts from all over the world. Okay. So it's really, really cool. You can have somebody building you a website for fairly cheap, fairly quickly. All right. So say, hey, give them a copy and paste them a website and say, hey, make my blog look like this. All right. So basically the next thing is, once you have all that together and you want to start getting eyeballs to your brand or eyeballs to your blog. Okay. And the way that you want to do this is through what's called content marketing. Okay. Content marketing. All right. So this is kind of I wouldn't say it's a new phrase. It's been around long enough, but the old way of marketing is not working like it used to. Okay. I mean, it still works, but it's definitely not as effective because, things are changing all the time. And what is content marketing? Okay. So basically content marketing is a strategic approach focused on creating and distributing valuable, relevant, and consistent content to retain a clearly defined audience, meaning, remember how we defined who our audience is through our avatar and what we're passionate about? So a clearly defined audience, and ultimately to drive profitable consumer action. Okay, so what this means, is, let's use a food blog, for instance. Okay, let's use a food blog, for instance. If you have a food blog in your, and let's say you have a food ebook or a food course or something like that, where you're selling something maybe for $7, $15, or whatever that is. Instead of posting your link on Facebook directly to an email capture page just to collect emails and have them buy your book or your product or something like that, you would want to post a link to your blog post, which is your content. Okay, so you're leading with value. Okay, so content marketing is a strategic marketing approach focused on creating and distributing valuable, relevant, and consistent content to attract and retain a clearly defined audience. So you're posting a link on Facebook, or you're something like that. Let's say you're posting a link on Facebook to your blog post about how to make a cheesecake. Okay, so people are reading your blog post on how to make a cheesecake. And then you're going to have banners or an opt-in form on the side of your blog, or a link within your blog post. And then people can click on the links or the banners or opt into your form on your blog post. And then you can monetize off them that way. I am currently doing that in my business, and I have seen a drastic change in the quality of customers and the more buyers. Okay. It's a lot more high quality lead versus just posting your link out there directly to an email capture page. So that's the way marketing is going nowadays, and that's exactly what I was learning at the Traffic and Conversion Summit in San Diego recently. Okay, so where do you put all this content? Okay, content marketing. Okay, so this is the blog. If you look at this picture here, you see my little, my Ryan Maynard or Ryan James Maynard logo up there. That's kind of my branding for my blog. And as you see here, I have Live to Inspire and Inspire to Live with Darren Fryer. Okay, so this was my podcast that I did. Okay, I recorded an interview with a very successful young entrepreneur. I typed up a paragraph and then I just copied and pasted a link to our interview and I turned it into a blog post. So this is valuable content. Okay, this is valuable content that people want and people need to help grow their business. So what I did is I created a blog post and I took the blog post link and I went to Facebook and I just posted my link in Facebook and I said, hey, if you want an inspiring message with an entrepreneur that's going to teach you how to help grow your business, check this out. So, that's what I did. And I've got a ton of responses and it's, and the cool thing is that I'm getting my own traffic and then Darren is sending traffic to my blog as well. And so that's resulting in double the traffic. Okay. I don't know if you can see that there, but I have a little share bar on the left side there. And I had like 57 shares or something like that is what it's showing. So as I have my blog here, I have an opt-in form on the blog. On the right, it says, get my #1 recommendation for traffic, leads, and sales. Okay. If you notice my opt-in form or my banners and all my stuff is on the left-hand side. Okay. It's been proven through heat maps and tracking on the internet that people's eyes read from left to right. So people are more primarily going to look at the left side of the website first. So if you notice, most blogs have their banners and opt-in forms and stuff like that on the right-hand side, but you want to make sure that your content, your banners and stuff and all your important stuff is on the left-hand side of your blog, okay? So this is what content marketing is. If you want to talk about horses, if you animals, if you want to talk about candles or something like that, you want to create a blog post about candles and then have an option on your blog somewhere for someone to enter their email address, which would be typically on the sidebar there. As you're talking about candles in your blog post, you might have links within your wording that says, click here for this type of a candle and it'll be shipped to your house or something like that. Or click here for my guide to at-home candle making, okay? And heck, you could have your own guide or you can go to ClickBank. You can go to ClickBank and there's already, I guarantee you there's already a course on making your own candles on ClickBank. So you could create a blog about your own candles and go to ClickBank and sell that course and get an affiliate commission for it. But the thing here is your content marketing. You're providing value to human beings through Facebook, or you could, use, you could do a YouTube video about your candles and have a call to action to go to your blog post about your YouTube video, or post your YouTube video on your blog and send this out to your email list. So if you haven't known, if you're on my email list recently, any email that you've gotten from me typically has been linking to a blog recently. And my leads have literally tripled. I've been getting anywhere from 50 to 70 plus leads daily. I'm getting up to probably close to 100 leads a day here pretty soon, because I'm doubling up on my leads. The leads that I'm getting are also opting into my forums and different web forms on my page. I'm getting a lot more interaction from my leads. I'm turning 1 lead into 2, into 3 leads through this strategy. So the way that I've been teaching in the past is actually, I know that says here's what we're doing now. Let's actually take that out. So this is pretty much what I've taught in the past, is to get traffic from Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, whatever that is. Drive traffic to a capture page and then go to the sales page. Okay, boom. That's how we've been taught. That's how I've been taught for a really long time. And that's not as effective any longer. It's definitely what they hit on at the Traffic and Conversion Summit in San Diego, they really hit on this. They said this was, you know, back in the day, this is what a lot of people did. And, you know, it does convert, but it's not as effective anymore because people are seeing right through it. What do we do now? Okay. This is what we're doing now. Okay. This is how marketing is being done. You know, actually really probably for the last year or so, but really especially in 2015, is that you want to get traffic from YouTube, you know, Facebook, Twitter, and then you want to send that to your blog post, your content page. So typically it says pixeled audience. If you see where it says pixeled audience, what a pixel is it's called a tracking pixel. So when someone goes to your blog, okay, if you wrote a blog post, say about something that you're trying to sell, for instance, you're trying to, maybe you have a business opportunity and you're, you know, how to rank in Google and get your content to the top of Google. Maybe your blog post is about that. And then within, you know, your sidebar or something like that, you know, the little opt-in form that you see here, off to the left on my blog, people can enter their email and their name and email through different opt-in forms on your blog. And then, you know, they can go and pretty much buy whatever it is that you have to offer. Okay. But here's the cool thing is that if the person bounces off of your blog and does not buy or follow through with what you wanted them to do, because there's typically a purpose or a reason to your blog. You're driving people to your blog to have them click on a link somewhere to then go to a page to buy something. Okay, we want to make money. That's how we make money off of our blog. Or you have advertising on your blog and you get paid just for solely driving traffic to your blog. But let's use this for an example as if you're actually selling something, or you're an affiliate for a company, you're an affiliate for a product, or you're selling your own stuff. Okay. So you're driving traffic, say from Facebook to your blog, and we're pixeling. Every time somebody just visits your blog, we're dropping a pixel on them. And what that is if you're doing Facebook marketing in the ads manager, you can pretty much just take in a code and paste it into your blog. Okay. I'm not going to get into how to do this. There's different videos on YouTube how to do this. You're gonna want to write this down and research it. Okay, you're gonna want to write this down and research it. It's called retargeting. Okay, retargeting. So this is what you want to start doing now, is what's called retargeting. So if someone goes to your blog and bounces off of your blog, you have a tracking pixel on your blog that actually scrapes their IP address and will follow them around Facebook until they buy or follow through or do something like that. Okay. So when your visitors click on your blog post, like I said, there's going to be links within the text of your blog where they can enter their email, or they can enter their email address. So if they're reading your blog, there's a link, and then there's a capture page. So if you notice at the bottom left corner of the screen, there is an email capture page, 5K monthly, job free at 22 years old. You know, if you're promoting an opportunity or a product or a service, or you're an affiliate for something, which that email capture page will be pixeled as well. And I know this might not be making any sense right now, but the only thing you at least need to understand is retargeting in pixels. Okay, so this is something that you're gonna want. This is super valuable, guys. I mean, I paid hundreds and hundreds of dollars for getting the exact method on how to do this. So the way that you want to market, like I said, drive traffic, all of your traffic that you're sending from your email, that you're sending from Facebook, your YouTube, send them to your blog post. And then if somebody clicks on your link anywhere on your blog post, and if they open up an opt-in form, that opt-in form is also going to be pixeled. So if they bounce off that opt-in form, and I don't want to give them my email address, then that opt-in form is going to follow them around Facebook with that opportunity or whatever that is that you're selling. Maybe you're selling candles or whatever. It's going to follow them around Facebook till they re-enter their email, and then they go to a sales page, if you see there at the bottom right. Okay. Typically that sales page is going to be what's called a tripwire. It's going to be a $7 offer. Okay, it's going to be a very, very low cost offer that gets them in the door for $7. Okay, and then after that you can upsell to 97, 197, 497. Okay, and this has been working like crazy, especially that I've seen personally in my business, because I'm doing this exact same thing with the iPass2 marketing system, because the iPass2 marketing system has a $7 tripwire offer. Okay, so what I'm personally doing, whenever I'm marketing, I'm an affiliate for a company selling different products and services through iPass, the iPass marketing system, is I'm driving Facebook traffic to my content page or blog. People are opting into the form. If they bounce, I'm retargeting them on Facebook. They enter their information in my email capture page, and then they buy my product or service. Okay, so that's how you want to be marketing nowadays, and that is the long-term, very, 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 very effective approach. The numbers that the leaders from the Traffic and Conversions Summit, they were getting, that their repixeled traffic, people that were already seeing the ads multiple times that bounced earlier, those people were like 3% more likely to buy now seeing the ad again. So it's pretty interesting. It was like 2.5%. So basically, I know that you might be really, really confused maybe by now, and if it's not, that's okay. I hope you took a lot of notes. I hope you wrote down a lot of stuff on, how this stuff works. Okay, so you definitely want to research a lot of this stuff that I talked about tonight, and kind of go over the training that I talked about tonight, and really soak it all in and really take it to heart. Okay, because you can really 10x your business through these strategies, selling your own stuff. Okay, so I hope you can get more clear on what it is that you want to provide to the world, and offer them. Okay, and then create your blog, create content, and then become an affiliate for other products or services and sell other people's products and services in a niche that you're passionate about, or create your own products and services that you're passionate about. So if you want additional help, if this isn't making total sense to you, or if you would like additional help, okay, I created this short training boot camp. Okay, it's called the Tailored Entrepreneur Blitz Coaching. Okay, and what this is an initial. What this is going to include is an initial 30 minutes to 1 hour personal coaching strategy with myself, either on the phone or on Skype, and I can also record that for you so you can have a PDF and listen over it. Okay. There is every week, depending on how many people are going to sign up for this, I'm going to have a live once a week with me for 30 days. Basically, for a 30-day period, once a week, probably every Thursday, you are going to jump on a Google Hangout with me. So you're not going to be watching. You're actually going to be face-to-face personally with me, where I can talk to you. I'm going to work through your issues, the problems that you're having with your business, what you're wanting to do, you're brainstorming. Okay, so whatever mental block that is, if you're not sure how to do retargeting, you don't know what a pixel is, or how to get your blog or content out there, once a week, you can jump on a live face-to-face basically session with me, with myself, or in a group setting. Okay, typically it's going to be within a group setting, not directly it's going to be one-on-one, but whether that's 2 people, 3 people, whatever, however it plays out. Okay, and then weekly PDCA, plan, do, check, adjust. So you're going to be checking in with me via Skype or email, or text messaging through, like, say, the WhatsApp or something like that, or Google. I have a Google Voice number. Okay, so I'm not going to give away my exact personal phone number unless you're like coaching with me personally one-on-one, because I do have people that actually paid up to $4,000 to $5,000 to coach with me one-on-one within my different marketing programs. Okay, that way they can get the training and stuff like that, and get that goal that they need. Because I have personal team members that make upwards of $2,500 in residual commissions people that are just in my team, okay? So I have a lot of different success stories. You can look up Dave Ranica. He's personally in my team, and he lives in South Africa and just blown it up on the internet now. So basically, that's what that's going to include. And also, this is a huge webinar-only bonus, is that you're going to get my video NTM course, my extensive YouTube video marketing course, up to $197 value, completely free, okay? So this is going to be a webinar-only bonus, all right? My video NTM course, which is a very extensive, gets into YouTube PPC, how to create your own website, stuff like that, okay? A lot of the stuff that I talked about tonight. So that's what you're going to get as a webinar-only bonus. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and jump off of here. All right, so it's a little bit dark. All right, so like I said, I don't have anything to actually sell you right now. So what you're going to want to do is go ahead and click on the apply button. Okay, you can go ahead and apply for the Tailored Entrepreneur Blitz coaching. Okay, so you're going to want to fill out the form as best as you can, and then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sift through the different responses and things that I get, and if you are accepted, and now I'm going to look through them, and I have an assistant of mine go through a lot of the forms with me and see if you're a good fit for this, because you might not be a good fit for this. Okay, this might not be for you. And I do not want to work. I don't want somebody, because what this is going to cost, okay, and that might be a question that you have, is that, wow, I totally left that out. People are probably wondering, like, yeah, this is awesome, but how much does this cost? So for the Tailored Entrepreneur Blitzing Coaching the Blitz Coaching, it's going to be $197. Okay, so it's going to give you what that's going to give you is everything that I just read off. And then you're also going to get my video NTM marketing course, or my video NTM video marketing course, completely free, which is $197 value in and of itself. Okay, so you're pretty much getting all of the training and coaching with me personally, practically for free, aside from the video marketing course. Okay, so this is what all this is going to cost, is $197. But like I said, I don't even have a button for you to buy this. You have to actually apply, fill out the form. I'm going to check out the form and then go through them, and I'll be getting back with you with an email. So make sure that you put in your correct email address when you fill out the form, and then I will be getting back to you myself, or an assistant of mine will be getting back with you on whether or not you're a good fit for this. Okay, so I know it's only $197. I know it's really nothing, and we shouldn't be doing an applying for this. If it was something, in the thousands of dollars, it might be something to apply for. But I want to make sure that this is good, right for you, and good for me, and we're going to be a good match for this. Okay, so go ahead, click on that button to the right, fill out that form, or it's going to be a survey, really, to apply for the Tailored Entrepreneur Blitzing Coaching. So if you guys have any other questions, I'm going to jump over to my Facebook. I'm going to check out that email and see if there is any questions. Touching base. Somebody said touching base here. Okay, so if you guys don't have any questions, that is going to be perfect. Looks like this is making sense for everyone. I hope this is making sense for everybody. All right, let's see here. We'll go ahead and pause this. All right. So if this is making sense, I hope that it made sense to a certain degree, and that you're going to be able to take this information and actually go apply it. And then also to get some one-on-one work with me, go ahead, fill out the form. I'll be getting in touch with you very soon, and we will go from there. So go ahead, fill it out, and I'll see you in the next training.